was a big night here in downtown Cleveland, and we had two major events right next to each other, the WWE SmackDown and, of course, the Indians game. We spoke to lots of fans who are so excited to get out and just see the city come back to life again. There are only 6 victims listed on the indictment, but Cuyahoga County prosecutors tell me there are more like 15. But in some of these cases, the statute of limitations had expired. He was standing outside of the auto shop where he works when an out-of-control car came headed right for him. The entire unbelievable incident captured in HD on the company's surveillance cameras. Witnesses tell me that man drove down this road. He's 93 years old, so they think he may have gotten confused. Then when a car came out of that garage, he sideswiped that car, he accelerated, hit this guardrail right over here, and that's when his car went over this cliff and nearly into Lake Erie. Well, I want to tell you, when we got to the scene, some neighbors were really angry when they saw our cameras, and one man actually tried to grab one of our photographer's cameras, and then he actually knocked over another TV station's camera and broke it. This was just a township. This was a really, really small community, but this case made national headlines. What do you think about all the publicity that it got? Stopping drivers for minor infractions like tinted windows or something hanging from your rear view mirror is encouraged by some police departments. But critics say stops like these lead to a disproportionate number of drivers of color getting pulled over. Tiffany and Chris, we really didn't have a problem. As soon as I showed police my media credentials, they let us on through. But of course, that wasn't the case for everyone. We are here in Ohio City, pretty much right when you come in from downtown Cleveland. We're on West 25th and Detroit. Take a look. Police still out here in full force. They're still stopping cars, asking for proof if they're going to work or to home. And now we're going to show you what some of those other checkpoints look like throughout the area. So we are about to head downtown back towards the TV station, which is on East 12th Street. But we're also going to cut through Ohio City just so we can give you guys a look at all of those checkpoints. We're told we shouldn't have a problem if we have our media credentials on us, but we're not sure. We're going to see. We're going to give you guys a look and just show you what it's like getting through these checkpoints and getting downtown. Once we got to Ohio City, we saw lots of streets blocked off with barricades. Finally, we found a way onto West 25th Street. We're going to the TV station. We're with the news. Sorry? We're trying to get back to the TV station. We're with the news.
All right, can you wiggle over here and we'll turn you around?
Okay, where do you want me to
just park? Or if you want to back up.
Okay. Yeah, we're trying to go left. We're with 19 News, and we're just trying to get back to the TV station. I have my media credentials.
Where's that station at?
It's on East 12th Street, downtown.
Okay, it should be good. They changed everything on us.
Okay, so you can go. Thank you. While we were able to get through okay with our media passes, other people had a tough time.
The problem with the checkpoints is that the state troopers that are operating them aren't from the area, so they don't really know where the neighborhoods are.
Henry Pegues works at a nursing home in Parma Heights, but he almost didn't make it in.
Yeah, I have to be there. My residents need me.
He eventually did get to work, but he says it took him an hour, and getting back home was just as bad.
There was a Cleveland cop. He gave me a hard time because he tried to send me back the same way. I'm like, dude, I'm right here. My street is right here. I live next block. So he finally let me go through. Still can't get through because it was blocked off. The cop told me to go to 28, but when I got to 28, there was so much stuff going on, so I got redirected. I had to go down another street to hit 32nd to come home. And I had to park 2 streets away from my house.
Pegues says he plans on leaving for work an hour earlier tomorrow morning to give himself some extra time to get through those checkpoints. Now, this curfew is expected to expire Tuesday night. Reporting live in Ohio City, Kelly Kennedy, 19 News. This Barberton woman has had a tough time recovering from this brutal assault. It happened right here in Kane's Flower Shop. It's a family-owned business, and it was a place where Bundy Roebuck always felt safe. At least up until last summer. It's been 9 months since 57-year-old Bundy Roebuck was robbed, beaten, tied up, and nearly raped. And while her bruises have healed since then, she still suffers from PTSD.
Yeah, nervous at work and just on the alert all the time. It's just not like it used to be, and just come in and drive around, make sure no one's around. park the closest spot and run in the door and lock it.
30-year-old Timothy Williams was sentenced to at least 20 years in prison. He pleaded guilty to attempted rape, kidnapping, and aggravated robbery.
He took a lot from me, but I'm not going to let him ruin my life.
The incident happened in June of 2021. Roebuck was alone in the shop when Williams walked in.
I was treating him real nice, and I bent over to pick up a flower, and all of a sudden he put a knife behind my ear and his arm around my neck and took me into our back cooler, and he had his own tape. He took my jewelry, he taped my arms and my mouth and everything, and then just started beating me.
What was going through your mind, like, in those moments?
Oh, I thought I was going to die.
Williams was very close to raping Roebuck. She believes it was divine intervention that led to her delivery driver walking in and scaring him off at that exact moment.
He had just pulled my pants down, had him on the side, and was taking his pants down when she opened the door.
Williams has a lengthy, violent criminal background. He is a convicted sex offender. According to reports, shortly after being released from prison in 2015, Williams was arrested for attacking his uncle with a butcher's knife. Since he's only 30, he'll likely get out of prison. Roebuck's afraid he could hurt someone else.
That's my biggest worry. That's why I went, as soon as it happened, I made others aware.
Since the attack, Roebuck says they've ramped up security at the shop.
But he's a big coward. To come in and, he was 3 times my size. He was just to beat a woman like that. And my message is to him, I hope you rot in prison.
Now again, Williams is going to be locked up for at least 20 years and up to 25 years. But a Summit County judge said if he ever is released from prison, he'll be required to register as a Tier 3 sex offender and check in with a local sheriff's office every 90 days for the rest of his life. Reporting in Barberton, Kelly Kennedy, 19 News. Sorry, Chris, some debris just flew into my eyes. As you can hear, it's pretty loud because guys are hard at work cleaning up this mess. Some absolutely unbelievable damage to this home on Briar Court in Wickliffe. Now, this was caused by a tornado. The National Weather Service has confirmed that. Just take a look at the home behind me. As you can see, the roof is gone. The fire chief tells me he's never seen anything like this. He's never seen anything so isolated because besides this right here, pretty much there's very little damage. A couple trees down, a few power lines, but nothing like what we see right behind me. Now, thankfully, the people who live in this home were not home at the time when this happened, so no one was hurt. However, their next-door neighbors were home at the time. I interviewed them. The homeowner tells me he heard it. He came outside. He saw what looked like a tornado. He said he saw it swirling around. He was terrified. It sounded like bombs were going off. He and his wife ran into their basement and stayed in there until it was over. He has damage to his home, too. He has a tree on the back of his roof. He has pieces of his neighbor's roof in the back of his house. So it's a real big mess out here. Lots of crews out here cleaning up the mess to make sure everything is safe. They told us they're going to be out here all night. We're going to have much more for you tonight at 10 and 11. For now, reporting live in Wickliffe, Kelly Kennedy, 19 News.